Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony P., your coach and contributor for the DFS ARMY and lead handicapper for Beat the Bookie service, which is a DFS product. I'm glad to be here with you guys this morning. It's baseball time, season opener. Yesterday, I was away on a family matter. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this video out, but this morning it is top priority for me to make sure I send this out to you guys, members, non-members, Beat the Bookie members, DFS members, people that are interested of joining. I just want to show you guys what we've got, explain to you a little bit what the model is, how can we leverage it in terms of wagering, how can we leverage it in terms of DFS. So I want to take a really quick look at yesterday's model, explain to you guys the sections we have, how I use it, then look at today's slate and see how can we leverage this for once again, wagering and DFS. And if you guys have any questions for VIP members, you could send me a direct message. If not, for people that are not VIP members or DFS or Beat the Bookie members, add me on Twitter, Anthony P_PMI. Sign up with us, get 20% off for life on our sub. So let's take a quick look at the model. We're going to start with yesterday, and then we'll take a quick peek at what's on the board today. I want to run through each sections with you guys, but don't want to focus too much on getting into the details because I really want to focus on what's really important, leveraging into this model. Money line analysis, over/under, team total analysis, team total ranks. This could be very easy to understand for many of us, but I want to get into each sections really quickly and just explain to you guys how this could be leveraged. It's very, very simple. The money line analysis is simply put, it's the Vegas line versus what our model is projecting, and there's a quick analysis over here on the difference and the expected value on each team. We're going to dig a little bit more into this section in a couple of minutes, which is, I think, one of the most important sections into this model. We've got the over/under analysis, so what the model is projecting and what Vegas is projecting and what the difference is. How can we use this? We can use this for wagering. We can use this for DFS. We've got team total analysis here, so the Vegas team totals and the model team totals. What is the difference? Again, something we could leverage for DFS. And if you like to wager on team totals, this could be a great section for you. And the team total ranks, we want to make this simple for you guys. If Vegas has, the Yankees ranked #1 in team totals, this is where most of the people are going to focus. What does the model think? The model absolutely thinks that it is the Yankees. Then we could, start going down and saying, what about the Cubs? The model has them 5th, while Vegas has them 2nd. Do you want to overweight or underweight on the Cubs based on this? Now, yesterday they completely went bananas and scored 12 points. But this is a section where you could use in your analysis and find an edge. Like Cincinnati, yesterday we had them ranked 14, while Vegas had them ranked 19. Well, you're projecting a lot less ownership on Cincinnati because people are going to base themselves on the Vegas rankings. Well, if you could have leveraged this information to use in your GPP. So again, it's game theory, it's strategy that you could use, and in a nutshell, this is all the information that's available on our model. Very interesting and very simple to use. For those that know me, I'm a value guy. I hate to play parlays, straight up picks. I love to focus on positive expected value. I want to get the best lines early in the morning. It's very rare I'm going to bet late at night unless something comes up where it opens up a ton of value that I got to jump on. I also like to put these plays in early in the morning so that I stay away from all the noise that there is throughout the day that could influence my decision. Bottom line, I want to get the best number, the best value, and move forward. Our MLB model last year yielded 55% winning results, close to about 26, 27 units. It did really well, and we want to continue this this year. So let's focus really quickly on the most important section of my model. Over here, we're talking about positive expected value. Every morning when this is ran, my analysis starts with this section right here. I want to be capable of identifying every single team that's got positive expected value. Why? Because throughout the year, if you are wagering on teams with positive expected value, you will be more profitable. Betting on the Nationals with an expected negative expected value of almost 10%. Doing this throughout the course of the year, you're going to find yourself a lot less profitable than the dude who's going to be betting on positive expected value. So the positive expected value comes straight up from our model projections and what Vegas is projecting. So what I want to show you right now is one, pick a handful of maybe 5 games where there's positive expected value. I want to show you, number one, what the scores were, and most important, and this is how we identify if the model is accurate or not, or effective or not, have the lines moved towards Vegas, towards the favorite, or has the line moved towards the team that had the positive expected value, which could usually, it's either public money or sharps, but if we look at Washington and the Mets, most of the public was on Washington yesterday, while the sharps were on the Mets. So let's start with the Mets with plus 5% expected value. And this was at 8:16 in the morning when I posted the model. They were at plus 115. The Mets closed at plus 108, so 7% moved towards the Mets, while people were pounding, mostly public was pounding the Nationals. The line moved against the volume of tickets towards the Mets, and Mets won 2-1. The expected value did decrease throughout the day because the Mets were plus 108. So the line moved towards the positive expected value, making the value go down. So hitting these games really early in the morning sets you up for success. I'd rather have the Mets at plus 115 than have them at plus 108, right? Let's take a look at Milwaukee here, plus 7%. We had them at minus 101 early in the morning. They ended up closing at minus 114, so 13 points higher. Again, you'd rather have the Brewers at minus 101 and not at minus 113. So the expected value of 7% at minus 101. A lot of the value erased at minus 114. And again, betting these games on the long term is going to give you higher percentage of profitability on the long run. The Brewers won 5-4. Let's look at San Diego because this game moved the opposite way. San Diego showed 5% expected value. San Diego closed at plus 118. So yes, I'd rather have plus 118 than minus 110. San Diego won 2-1, 2-0. So expected value here. Still a great bet. I'd rather have them at plus 118, but this one moved against the number. Let's take a look at Cincinnati. Cincinnati at minus 110. They closed at minus 115. Expected value of 7. So again, this moved towards the value. So locking this in early in the morning is really important. And Texas, which had really small expected value of plus 3%, but I still want to use this as an example because Texas went from plus 113 and they closed at plus 101. So again, it moved towards the expected value. They took a beating of 12-4. But these 5 bets that I've just showed you guys with positive expected value went 4-1 yesterday, and 4 out of 1 moved towards the expected value. So this is really important for me to bang on for you guys. Because you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to know a lot. You don't need to have superpowers and handicapping skills. We're going to come in. We're going to show you guys how to use these models, and you can start, picking your own games. And we've got a great VIP channel where we could chat all day, and we've got coaches who could support you guys into guiding you through, showing you the right ways. Over-under analysis. Yesterday, I've told the guys to totally ignore this for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I want to have about at least 2 to 3 pitching rotations so that we could get a better idea of the short-term models and how teams are behaving on the road and at home. So I'm not going to take a deep dive in here because I am not touching and I'm not recommending any totals for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let's take a quick look at today's model. So when we're looking at expected value, the Tigers, we skip. Houston, we skip. The Brewers are showing some great value at minus 107, so this could be interesting. Oakland A's, I was really excited seeing this, but then I saw that it's Estrada pitching, and for fuck's sakes, I don't want to do this. So maybe sometimes I'm gonna go ahead and just put half a unit on this because the model is strong, but I really don't want to put any money on Estrada. We've got the Diamondbacks. This is another game where I'm like, these guys, you look at their lineup yesterday. I text one of my friends and I said, oh my God, who's got a worse lineup, Baltimore or Arizona? It's just bad, but again, maybe half a unit on this. And there's not that much afterwards. Seattle, big surprise yesterday, the Giants. So there's not much to focus right here, right now. So I don't have much to recommend except those two for very small units. Where I'm going to take my focus on is probably all the way on the other side of the model here in the team totals. And we want to look at the Rockies. We've got the Rockies ranked third in team totals from the model, and we've got Vegas that ranks them 10th. And then we got Houston here that's ranked first, while the model has them ranked 11. So drafting my quick notes this morning, I said, guys, Houston, Colorado, don't try to stack them both. It's almost impossible. No, actually, it is impossible to stack. And even if it was, yes, definitely would love to have them. I'm not going to go with the bottom of the order. Most probably my approach today, because of the lack of talent in pitching, or maybe you don't have the top dogs, the top studs like yesterday. Maybe play a little bit more GPPs than cash. But I'm for sure going to leverage this information and have a Houston stack with maybe a more contrarian stack. That's going to be cheap. They're only looking at the Blue Jays, but they were just terrible yesterday. And I'm for sure going to have some Colorado. Right there, some Colorado with the same type of contrarian stack to be capable of leveraging the field. When we're looking at the money line section right here, how can you leverage this for pitchers? If you've got let's say 3 studs that are playing and all of them are in the minus 200s. All of them have really high quality starts because that's what I'm looking for. Yesterday, someone said, hey, can I use Tanaka for cash? Me personally, Tanaka is more of a GPP guy because of his quality starts, specifically when you got 3 big studs like Verlander and company there. I'm looking for quality starts on FanDuel. So, yeah, Tanaka was a huge favorite. However, my focus was on the studs. But when we're looking at the Yankees over here, this is a good example, right? The model has them at minus 300, while Vegas has them at minus 359, a little bit inflated, right? You could use, the money line analysis right here to be capable of finding, let's say Vegas, let's say the model would have them projected at minus 359 and Vegas had them at minus 300. You've got 3 games or 3 pitchers in the same scenario. I would lean towards the projection of the model at minus 359 and say this is going to be my guy, right? There's not huge favorites on the board today. So I'm going to be depending on our coaches on the MLB side, see what MDL has in his pitching article, try and find some leverage in finding a cash stud guy, but my focus is probably going to be more on GPPs, specifically single entries, and maybe 5 to 20 max. This is just by looking at the slate really quickly. There's not much to be excited in cash in terms of pitching on my end, personally. So this is our model, guys. I hope that this is going to help you guys out, leverage this information. Always available for your folks. Any questions that you have, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Have a great day, guys. Take care.